Uh-huh. So, you came here to heal.
I actually
meaning-
came here to heal.
Right.
I was broken. I was going through a marriage breakdown. So many things were happening. I didn't understand whether it was coming or going.
Right.
And I needed a break. And you know, I'm a survivor. Yeah? GBV. You understand that?
Yes.
Yeah, violence.
Yes.
So I really needed to get away from that environment. Yeah? And get to a place where I could start the process of healing.
My God.
And the thing is, funny thing, you know, I went everywhere. I went to the churches, I went where, and I was asking, where's this God? Where's this God? And all that.
How did you know you needed to look for God?
The things that were happening in my life that I didn't like, you know. Yeah, and I was like, it's either I get God,
Or
I
I
am
die.
saved, or I will die.
For real?
For real.
It had gotten
It
there?
had gotten there. It
My
had gotten
God.
there.
Yeah.
And so I've been from a Catholic background. I actually went to the bishop of the Catholic Church, and I went there in the morning, and I was like, I'm not leaving here until you tell me
Okay, wait.
where this God is.
You went straight
I
to
went to Thika Road, his house, St. Thomas, whatever Aquinas, that place.
You went to that bishop?
I went there in the morning.
It could not be any other priest.
No other priest. No. So I was like, I knocked, and then he told there's someone here to see, and I told him, I'm not leaving this place until you tell me where this God is, because the way things are going,
Yeah.
Apana, it's not kawaida. I was really breaking down. I was a shadow myself. You know, I was shattered, Catherine. I was shattered.
Which years were these?
This was in, we're talking 2008.
Just the other day.
Yeah, actually, it was around December, and I was like, God, if you don't get me out of this mess, I'm gonna die. I need you. I really need you. So he was like, let her chime. I need him. Maybe he's watching. Bring tea. Let's have tea. And I'm like, please tell me, please, where is this God? And I didn't get the answers. So finally, you know,
What did he tell you?
I can't even remember because it didn't. You know, it did stand out. You know, so I was
Maybe
like,
it
"Oh,
did,
please."
but you were looking for.
Seriously. So now, you know how you watch TV. I came across this other bishop, I want to name him. Yeah. And so one time we were just hanging out with friends, and it was a Friday.
Yeah.
And I told them, you know, guys, this guy has miracle services. I'm going, and I'm seriously, my pursuit to find God was serious.
So,
Serious.
so you were hanging out.
We were hanging out somewhere,
Okay.
having drinks and all that.
Okay.
A Friday evening, and I knew this church, Siadlan, they had, you know, miracle service.
Yes.
So I left the guys with their drinks, and I went to the church. And I was walking in, he had this altar call.
Yes.
He started with the altar call. And I found myself going to the front. And as I
Wow.
was walking, I was like, oh my God, church, we need to pray for that woman.
He said that.
He said that.
Uh-huh.
So I'm walking to the front, and he's walking towards me, and I'm looking behind to
Which
check whether-
woman is he looking
Yeah, then he comes and stands right in front of me. He's got, oh my God, church, stretch your hands. And he comes to me and he says, you're a member of this church? I'm like, no.
No.
Do you know me? I'm like,
No.
no. Church, we need to pray for this woman. She's tormented. And he prayed for me, and I felt a weight
Drop off.
Yeah. And then he told the church leadership there to walk with me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, the weight dropped, and then
You went back to
service,
hang.
then I went back to work. And I told the guys, you don't know where I've been paid for. And this, I'm feeling that weight
Yes.
has dropped.
Yes. Lighter.
So now that's when I started my journey. Yeah. I actually went and had this deliverance service.
Okay.
Yeah.
In the same church?
In the same church.
Okay.
And I started my walk with God.
Oh, so you became committed in the church?
Yeah, yes.
Oh,
yes.
nice. Uh-huh.
I found, you know, there's so many things I didn't know. There's so many things from the other denomination that you don't find here.
Yes.
And I got that, my spiritual journey, my
Yes.
personal relationship with God.
Yes.
I'm very happy about that.
Yes.
But still, I needed to get away from that environment, you know, because whatever happened, you know. So it's like an angel was sent, and this was in January 2012. I remember I came here, I was invited here by a friend, January 12th, 2012. And I came here and I was blown over. You know, I was totally blown over. The sea, the word. So I spent a lot of time in the sea, actually talking to God. I'm telling God, I'm not leaving here until you give me a direction.
I must hear your voice.
Yes. You know the way John the Baptist baptized? Not even me. And I dipped myself seriously. Seriously, Catherine. You know those ones. Hear me,
Wait,
Lord.
you walked in
day.
the sea like the way Jesus walked on water? You were
dipping
still going?
myself, you know. Every day, every day, every day.
No.
Just talking to God.
For how long?
It took, I did that for like 2 months.
What?
Then something told me I got to do something, you know. And that's when I volunteered in a children's home for another month or so. Then I was like, you know what, God, this place, you know, no, most people don't know about this place.
True.
This place is amazing. Yeah, so what can I do about this? And that's when I got in touch with one of the hotel owners, you know, because, you know, like they're close to the local market.
Right.
Okay. And she was like, oh my, I went to introduce myself and they were like, so, Noni, what can we do? And I was like, why don't we get the media down? Let's get all the stations, radio, everything. Let's just do a Watamu thing, you know? And they did that. They played the flights over.
No.
They got the guys over, you know, all stations. So that the next week Watamu was just trending, Capital, you know, all these media houses and live. I'm telling you live. And we were with her. I went with the marketing lady to Nairobi. And so it was live TV, live radio, live what? So, but
You're serious?
Newspapers, Watamu. This is 2012. 2012. So when I came back, I think, you know, their community, she was asked by some of the GMs, how this is a very expensive venture to get involved in. How did you do it? Said, I need to introduce you to someone. So now they all came together and like, what can we do to come up with Destination Watamu?
Oh my goodness.
And that's when I told them, let's do this because, you know, sports tourism is a big thing and it brings crowds. So in rugby, that time rugby was really hitting, and I was also involved in some rugby events in Nairobi. So I told them, let's get the select Kenya team and you guys figure out how you're going to bring the Italian national team.
What?
And we had a major rugby match.
Are you serious?
Yeah, in Watamu. And it was, we got the select Kenya team, you know, all the clubs.
Yes.
Yeah. And we had the event here and it was wow.
Watamu was packed.
Yeah. So now they call me and they were like, again, all of them. So I'd actually I'd gone to one of the resorts to rest and one of the GMs called me and was like, Noni, I understand you're around. I was like, yeah, can you please come to the resort? And when I went there, it's like, do you know what? You're not leaving here. Figure out what you're going to do next because I've called a meeting. All the GMs will be here at 6. And I was like, now what?
What?
You know? So, so it just clicked. Okay, why? Let's do Watamu Rugby Festival. And so just there, it came up. Like when?
What?
And this was in April. So I just gave a date, end of July. To start the
like that.
You have to start the new season. Like, what is it going to entail? What do we need to do? So I was like, you guys come together, yeah, because we have to market the destination as one, and you know, you decide which media house who's going to take which media house, which media house, like that, and then I'll get the guys from Nairobi. So I got Kina Benja.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So they came down we had a launch.
Yes.
Yeah. We had a launch
Wow.
and so we got involved in that. So Benja was in charge of getting the teams down, yeah, and moving the crowd from Nairobi. There was a lot of marketing to do. And then we decided since these big teams are coming, why don't we involve the schools, the children's schools, before now the main event on the beach, we involve the children. So these guys, the stars, can train the children. And then we have a rugby game and, you know, on the ground, and the team that wins will be a curtain raiser for the main event.
Yeah.
And it happened. So Kinabenja came earlier with the Masaku team, and they trained the kids. Yeah, actually 5 schools from here. It's so nice. So we had a tournament before now the main beach event. Yeah, and so that's how now the growth. So it was always like, so when's the next event? So this was the start of major sports tourism here in Watamu, and which we're doing until today, because now we have like the Watamu Triathlon, we have the mountain bike challenge, we have so many things that are coming up and just bringing down the crowd. And you'll find that now the domestic tourism has really picked up besides, and it's not only for the resorts, but also for the villas.